My mic on? Oh yeah, my mic is on. Apologies for that little impromptu whistling session. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3. Marvellous. Well, last time we took the newly formed Kingdom of Wales and turned it into the realm of Logos, the historical, quote-unquote, historical realm of King Arthur. We are the dynasty of Merlins. We are still looking for our Arthur to rule over England and possibly Britannia as a whole. And we have just had a succession event for the Kingdom of Logres. We inherited it literally today. And so we're going to start off by doing all the usual realm things you do when you've got a new guy on the throne. So let's take a look at King Llewellyn. So King Llewellyn is the grandson of the sort of original Merlin dynasty person from this game. He's genetically robust. He has a son who is at least hale, which is pretty good. He has a strong alliance in Toulouse, which is marvellous news. Although Toulouse is getting on a little bit. What's this ally through? It's the new Queen Flora. Flora is the child of the current Toulouse. So hopefully should be, yes, close enough to you to, although, blimey, you're not going to be around for long either, are you? You're 55 already. Okay, so we may lose Toulouse as an ally at some point. What else are we? We are zealous, which is going to be useful as we've got a crusade coming up in 5 months' time. You're trusting and you are arrogant, which is an interesting combination. Like, oh, I'm going to have plus 15 opinion of my vassals, and I'm also going to have minus 5 opinion of my vassals. I have a middlingly good stewardship education. I've got this trait from sitting around in our court. That's the other thing, of course, is we are playing in Royal Court, and we have our Court Grandeur thing, which is marvellous and lovely. It's currently pushing up on the way towards Court Grandeur level 6, which we apparently already are. I'm not sure how that works, because I reckon we should be increasing at the moment. But hey ho. Maybe we lost something on succession, I don't know. As for us, we are 36, so we are fairly well along in life. I was sort of expecting to inherit more around the age of 25-ish, which is when our mother was getting on. But no, she clung on to the ripe old age of 74. I think largely due to the fact that we are a witch coven, which helps against penalties. And we might live even longer, potentially, seeing as we are also robust. Yes, so we have a claim to the Earldom of Derby, which we've had for a while, but we don't really need to grab that from anyone at any point, since we've got our brother, Prince Mael, on the Earldom of Derby. It's worth noting, of course, this guy, nowhere near our power level, but, he's an existing claimant that we need to sort of vaguely worry about. Logres, initially the Kingdom of Wales. We claimed most of the free bits of Wales. Vassalized one of them. England snaffled up the Duchy of Powys before we could get to it. But we currently, I believe, we will have a person working on that. What else do we have? We have a feast option, a call hunt option, and a hold court. I'll definitely be doing the court. I seem to have exactly no stress at the moment, which is marvellous. So we won't bother with the feasting just yet. And then, in terms of the situation, we have a countess, who's my vassal, who I don't want to let out because she's my vassal. I'm in line for some titles, so is my heir. I have a father, Frothy Rosencrantz. He's eligible to be wed. Marvellous. Alba. So Alba is an interesting one. The Kingdom of Alba is allied to the King of England, which is not amazing news. Interestingly, this guy is not a primary heir. What's your elective system? Oh, you have an elective inheritance system, just like England does. That's interesting. Yeah, so Alba and England currently allied with one another. Not great news. In fact, quite bad news, to be honest. What we really want to do is we want to get one of them on side. Now, how are you allied to Scotland? Between Prince Fergus, so the son of the King of Scotland, and this lassie, who is your sister. So that will be maintained if the Scottish inheritance happens, but it won't be maintained if the English inheritance happens. So there's something to think about. The premise for our gameplay so far is we formed this sort of Arthurian culture, which is a Britain culture, as the old Arthur was Britain. He famously defended against the invasion of the Saxons. But it's a Britain culture that accepts that England was colonised by the Saxons quite heavily, and has sort of cannibalised the best bits. Ooh, that's religion. Has cannibalised the best bits of Saxon culture. So we've taken their bureaucraticness, we've taken their city keepers and their Wittenagnet, which will help us with development. This is a little bit of prestige and priest opinion. Also an interesting succession law, which we may want to look at some point. Yes, so alliance with. So in an ideal world, so Scotland is Gaelic. They are not the natural allies of the Saxons, but they are currently the political allies of the Saxons. So we want to change that. We want to get Alba on our side, so that we can we have a defense against England. Because at the moment we are stronger than England. We are not stronger than England plus Scotland unless we call in Toulouse. And Toulouse won't be with us for very long. So forming strong alliances is imperative. So we have our son here, our player, heir and son, Prince Gwyn. We really do need to find you the strongest alliance we can get. Princess Twathleth. She is a concubine child of King Fergus. She's young, so she'll last a while. You're moderately young, you're about my age, so this alliance could last into my old age. Actually not my son's old age. Other options we have available are the Kingdom of Bohemia. Although that won't last super duper long. Duchy of Westphalen. So this is an alliance that has a lot of length in it. Where is Westphalen? Westphalen is not too far away. Although I am intrigued by the prospect of an alliance with Scotland. You don't currently have children. You are also a lunatic. Which is worth noting. Because the thing about Scotland is it's a tricky thing to ally with anyone who has an elective system because the succession is not necessarily very fixed. We have a Big Bad BG in the chat saying hi. Hi there, BG. We have recently inherited as the new King Llewellyn of Logres. And we're just discussing how to get some alliances that will set us up for well into the future. How's the CK3 game going? It's going okay. England and Scotland are in an alliance, which is pretty terrifying when you're Wales. And I have the option to ally with Scotland, but I don't know if it's sort of an alliance that will serve me particularly well. I'm gonna see if I can get my dad. See, I could get my dad engaged to this 4-year-old, which is deeply unethical, but has the upside of he'll definitely be dead by the time she comes of age. So there shouldn't be any like extremely disturbing things going on. And that'll net me just a temporary alliance with Scotland, which might last until the Scottish heir has children of his own. But I want my son, I think I want my son to be allied with Westphalen. Because she's about the same age as him, which is good. He's fairly young, he's younger than me, and then, you know, she's a direct child, so she will continue the alliance into the heir's rule, and the heir is about the same age as my heir. So I think that's good news. She is scaly. Isn't great, so we could get Anna Billung instead, who's a bit younger. Well, okay, we'll engage the youngest daughter who doesn't have negative traits. Because genetics. You forgot just how much CK throws ethics and morals out the window? Yeah. Yeah, it does. I've sort of done my best to avoid pairing people with other people who are, you know, 20 years they're younger or elder. It doesn't always work out. And I think, you know, 67-year-old man to 4-year-old daughter is clearly one of those betrothals that's never designed to come to fruition. It makes me feel slightly less bad about it. We also have a daughter here who is Amazonian. King Llewellyn has produced 2 amazing, genetically at least, daughters. And 2 extremely disappointing, genetically, sons. And it's one of those things that really makes you long for matrilineal inheritance sometimes. You haven't played CK3, but in your CK2, your playthrough's got pretty effed very quickly. Yeah. On the plus side, you know, I have always tried to steer away from the sort of your grandson and great-grandson trope that CK3 players on like Reddit and stuff always end up getting into. Right, let's see who we can get our daughter into matrilineal marriage with. Lombardy is not a bad ally, although they're a little far away. Oh my god, France? We could get France on our side. That's interesting in a way, because France has always been the natural enemy of England in the real world, because of the whole sort of Norman thing. But in this version of history, not only did the whole Norman thing not happen, but, you know, we're not even playing as England. We're playing as the Britons. The downsides to allying with France is that France usually spends 80% of its time splitting into tiny chunks. Are you in line for anything? I don't think you are. No, you're not in line for anything. Which is a shame in a way, but also not that big of a deal. France is strong and nearby, which makes them a good ally, probably a better ally than the slightly stronger but much further away Lombardy. So I'm going to get you engaged to Prince Baudouin of France. And then, I think I have one child left. Prince Gwydol. Well, I might save, or if I might save for if the Scottish heir has any children of his own, so we can have him floating around. France is just preparing for their EU4 borders and vassals. I've not played EU4. I've never even seen gameplay of EU4, so I have no idea what France looks like in that. Yeah, France in this is quite interesting. That France has eaten. Is this Burgundy? Yes, France has eaten the Kingdom of Burgundy, but has lost half of the France. The French territory has just sort of shifted itself off to the right somehow. While we're still sitting here waiting for the game to start running, we can have a look at the Holy Roman Empire, which is doing mostly okay. You've got a tyranny war on, which you are... Oh my gosh, you're actually heavily outnumbered in this tyranny war. Which isn't good news. So there might be another succession event in the Holy Roman Empire. BG says, France starts with like 3 vassals, chance of getting suzerainty over Provence and Lorraine, while Burgundy is like 30 years from collapse. Okay. They have a very strong start. Nice. Okay, so the Holy Roman Empire might be about to sort of disintegrate a little bit more. The papacy is doing very strong in Italy. They currently have a whole bunch of holy orders raised because they are... Oh my god, they're fighting an artifact claim war against Tunis. What artifacts does Tunis want from the Pope? The Maghrebi Lamina armor, and a fine spear, and a fine warhammer. These are terrible artifacts to go to war over, especially with the Pope. Yes, so the recent update, alongside Royal Courts, also brought in artifacts. So you have sort of 2 kind of classes of artifacts. You have artifacts that you wear. So I'm wearing a crown, some armor. I've got a stabby dagger that makes me better at converting people to witchcraft mostly. And some various trinkets. But then you also have a courtroom, and you can display artifacts in your courtroom for various benefits. So I have an Excalibur. There are quite a few of them in the world. I know England has 2. You have 2 Excaliburs somewhere. Court artifacts. All court artifacts. You have 2 Excaliburs. There may be other Excaliburs held by the various English vassals. Let's have a look. Kent. You don't have any. East Anglia. Well, maybe there aren't that many Excaliburs out there in the world. I think 6 is the maximum possible number of Excaliburs that can exist. I wouldn't expect Cornwall or White to have an Excalibur. I'll have a look at you just in case you have one. No, you don't have an Excalibur either. Okay, so we're at 3 of 6 Excaliburs that exist in the world currently. But yeah, so you can get claims on artifacts, much like you can get claims on territory, and then once you have a claim on an artifact, you can challenge someone to a duel for it, or you can plot to steal it, or if you're the suicidal Tunisians, you can just attack the Pope for it. Okay, so we've got some alliances sorted out, which is nice. We want to go look at our lifestyle perks. We've taken this route, which is pretty good, honestly. Architect is excellent for developing the realm. We're quite a mental guy, because we have a middling martial stat, but we have 20 prowess, which is enough to sort of cut the heads off of anyone. Attacking the Pope is fun. I can see why they did it. I hate warring the papacy. I particularly hated when I did a playthrough and I took over the whole world, like literally every county. And so, like it was mostly a time of peace because no one group of vassals could ever get big enough to challenge me, even though there were plenty of unhappy vassals. But then the Pope would just continually declare crusades that were just him on his own, fighting against me. Every new Pope would declare a crusade, and then I'd lock them up, and I knew if I execute them, then I'd end up having a new Pope to declare a crusade on me again. World Conquest? Yeah, if it's something you're really trying for, it's not that difficult in CK3, at least on the easier difficulties. That may have changed with some of the updates that happened since then. The Pope being a warmonger? Well, clock's ticking on the crusade. Lifestyle. I was looking at lifestyle. You want to go all the way to the architect trait. It makes building costs even better, so I probably do. I want income. I want stewardship. I think I want the income. At least for now. I'm gonna whack up my volume just a little bit. Because this is just a touch quiet. Oh yes, my council. So I've just succeeded, which means that for some reason all of my councillors have been fired. Go figure. We probably want to keep some powerful vassals happy, at least for now. But also, you're a good enough steward, Chancellor, even though you're nowhere near as good as this guy. Actually, the Spy Master. Do I have any good Spy Masters? You know what? You can be my Spy Master. Even though you're not amazing as a Spy Master, that allows me to have the really good Chancellor. And the really good Chancellor... Actually, I was going to say he's important because normally he's on domestic affairs, but I am currently trying to make Mercia entirely my own. So that your skill is not super duper important. But that has cut 9 years off of the expected completion time. It's pretty good. Stewards. You are my joint best steward, and you really want the job, so you can have it. You're upset with me because you're a title claimant. Which title do you claim? Gloucester, I think, principally, is the one that I own. I may own Warwickshire? No, I don't own Warwickshire. You also want Staffordshire. No idea why you have claims to these things, but it's making you very unhappy with me. Also, we have a personality clash, that's fine. And as for not right for lead, we're working on it. Although I suppose I could actually become Duke of Mercia. I might have to see what the succession looks like if I decide whether to create the Duchy of Mercia again or not. Marshal. Yep, you're a good marshal, you can be marshal. There we go. Keep vassals happy. Factions. You're in the Liberty faction, who would have guessed? That's fine. As long as you're on your own, as soon as the game works out they do actually have 7,000 soldiers and not no soldiers, that will work itself out. No mercy for Mercia. Succession. What's succession looking like? So I currently hold just one duchy title, which is good, but I'll lose a bunch of the high birth territory, basically. Which is interesting. I'm surprised that I'd lose Diffed, given that it's in the duchy that I'm holding on to. We'll think about it. Then... Okay, so succession, I don't want to create the Duchy of Mercia because then he'll stand to inherit the Duchy of Mercia and take all of these territories with him, which we don't want. We then want to hold court. Sure, let's do this before we go off to Crusades. Hold court. Bing. Here's some petitioners. Show them in. Right, here we have our 3 petitioning people. We've got Mayor Dealers first, and then we're going to have Mayor Llewellyn, who shares my name. Good choice of name. And then we're going to have Non Sengenith and Anna Basiliakos. I wonder what they're up to. So first, Mayor Dewell, who's clearly been working himself up about something, greets me. My king, oh my god, is it you guys again? Yep, Bristol and Abertawe are having this intense rivalry as to who is better. And last time, when I was honest, as the previous ruler, I could have said Bristol is undoubtedly preferable, but that would have given me stress because I was honest, because that is apparently just a downright lie, and Abertawe is just much better than Bristol. Oh dear. So last time I sided with Abertawe, I have a fairly decent diplomacy chance of getting civic admiration. Morganlook. Which one's Morganlook? Oh, that's this one, okay. Bold words, but you'll settle this with action. So I can make them duel, and then whoever wins gives me extra control and popular opinion in that county, which is fine. Or I can just be like, this is nonsense. Last time I sided with Abertawe because getting this extra development buff is pretty good, and I'm not that fussed by just like losing mayor opinion so much. So I think I'm going to side with Abertawe again, to be honest. Actually, how much does this guy? Well, Mayor Cadwallader likes me more, so I might side against him. Develop Bristol. Because he's got more opinion of me, so it hurts less to lose some. Okay, next up. My vassal Mayor Llewellyn is clearly exasperated. My lord, I regret to inform you that I'm at the end of my tether. The people over which I rule are an uncontrollable mob of unruly barbarians with ridiculous customs and a terrible taste for food. All my efforts so far have been in vain, it just seemed impossible to make them civilized. Wow. You're the mayor of Bosworth. Wow. Now, I'm afraid a strong intervention from above is the only solution available now. So I can tell my steward to go and promote culture in Leicestershire. I can say we respect the traditions of all our subjects, which gets me some court grandeur, which is nice, and gets me a bunch of prestige, which is fairly nice. So I can tell Anna to stop, which makes her like me a little bit less. Which isn't great for my court position, but isn't terrible. I can say encouraging the king of all the established necessity, but because I'm zealous, I really don't like that. Or I can have Anna arrested, which costs lots of prestige. Oh dear. Tat. Oh. Hello, and we are definitely back. I've sort of had a look at my internet settings, made sure everything's working again, at least as much as it ever does. I can only apologise once more. It's just the internet in general, Big Bad BG. It just sometimes decides, nope, I don't like you for about 2 minutes. Right, we were dealing with some grave robbing. So I can throw my court physician in jail. I might go have a look to see if we have any better options for court physician at the moment. He's been in my service for 6 years. See, the best alternative replacement we have is Christine, who has an aptitude of poor. Even though she's a genius, she's apparently poor at it. You'd be a good antiquarian. Which, honestly... So you actually have a physician trait, which instantly makes you probably the best option I have available, so I don't necessarily want to throw her in jail. I'm going to tell Anna to cut it off. Which sounds like I'm telling her to cut body parts off, but it actually means just stop doing it. There we go. Conclusions. The last petition departs. Courtiers followed them. Others remain, talking amongst themselves. Soon the ceremonial formality of the proceedings is dropped away entirely, with the hum and bustle of normal courtly life taking its place. There we go. Don't expect another one of those before the crusade is finished. I suppose, actually, let's set time running. So we can... Oh dear. You've stopped your task. Why have you stopped your task? Oh, is it because my level of court grandeur's dropped? God damn it. God extra damn it. Right, we've got an alliance with Scotland, which should hopefully stop England from attacking us, because Scotland is England's only decent ally. We also have a bunch of other strong allies around the world. We can also negotiate an alliance with this guy. Sure. If it keeps you from rebelling. Oh, we've got a court event. Pariah of court. I'm judged harshly for my hospitality towards Daggers the criminal, who is avoided by almost anyone on account of their wicked faith. She's a Vigilist, which is an unreformed Baltic faith. My failure condemn and continued proximity to this irredeemable fiend is perceived as open tolerance, tarnishing my court's reputation in the eyes of the clergy and faithful. They forced my hand, and now I must decide whether my thoughts is crimes outweigh my affections for her. Honestly, I didn't even know she was here. Oh, I probably married someone to her because I wanted more court babies. Right, I can say it's not my place to judge, which it definitely is. Gain harbours criminals. I can tell her to repent, which auto-converts her and gains me piety, which seems like the best option. I can arrest her, which gives me court grandeur, makes her family like me less, makes my bishop like me more. I can tell her to go away, which also tells this guy to go away. 40 stress. Yeah, stress is a big deal. I don't particularly want this genius lady to leave my court, so I'm just going to ask her to repent, and apparently that should be fine. There we go. Yeah, she just likes me more now. Everyone else is happy, and I gain piety out of it. Oh, marvellous. We've got an inspired person. So for BG's sake, inspired people are used to create artifacts for your... Oh, hello. I'll deal with you in a second. Yeah, inspired people make stuff for your courtroom. In this case, she wants to make a chest. Her skill is, quote, merely decent. So she'll ask me for money, and then she'll ask me for money again at some point, because they always do. You don't know how bad 40 is? So you have 3 stress levels in the game. And each stress level is 100 points of stress. And then with each increasing stress level, you get sort of more and more like penalties. So stress level 1 is just a fertility penalty. Stress level 2 is a health penalty as well. And I think stress level 3 is probably going to be some kind of stat penalty, but I don't typically get that high. And then every time you like reach a level for the first time in 5 years, you get a special event that gives you the option to get a trait that relieves stress, but normally at some cost. Or you can just say, like, I'm just going to press on, and saying I'm just going to press on gives you even more stress, but it means you don't have any other bad things happen to you, and you have 5 years then to reduce your stress back down before something else bad happens. This last thing, yeah, you can make me a chest. The last person was like, I'm going to make a cabinet, and I'm like, yay, thanks, a cabinet. But she actually made this thing, which is quite nice. So I'm not upset at her cabinet. So this guy can definitely make me a chest. They have a way to lead your character to an early grave. It's surprisingly difficult to die of stress. I assume that if you get up to the max on level 3, which I suppose would be 400 points of stress by that point, I assume if you get to that point, that is just like an instant death. But I've never tried. Stress sounds interesting, if not a pain to balance. It is a pain to balance, but it does also make the game interesting. And it's nice that it gives you a really strong incentive to sort of roleplay your character, because most things that give you stress because they conflict with your personality. So, because I'm arrogant, then I want people to be sort of pledging their submission to me. Whereas if I was humble, it would probably be more stressful for me to have people being submissive to me. Kill your character any percent challenge. Yes, show this guy in at once. So this is my spy master. Oh yeah, so male, this guy. He was originally given the Duchy of Gwynedd to try and fix the succession problem, and he promptly lost it almost immediately to a faction that put this guy on the throne, and then caused succession to be a big problem again. Because he's apparently, or he at least was, a little bit completely useless. I've arrived in Kefilin to pay homage to you. Show him in. Homage is nice. It's it's a mutual benefit for everyone, apart from the cost of some prestige for the person doing it. But it gives us both some renown. It gives me some grandeur. However, he's fluffed it. He's come saying nothing except, I will offer my oath to you, and he's messed up even doing that. So I can say, your oath's all that matter, or I can say, what a shambles. And this is the nice option, which I would normally pick, but because it causes me lots of stress, I'm gonna pick the other one. Oh dear. We are now at Court Grandeur level 6, that's marvellous. So Grandeur level 6 is presumably where I can start getting my stewards to do that task she was supposed to be doing. Yes. I'll wait 3 months though. I can wait 3 months. Yeah. Someone wanted me to join a war, but I don't know who. Was it you? Whatever it was, I seem to have accidentally said no. That's a shame. There we go. France wants me to join a war. Aren't you like... Yeah, you've nearly won this war. I probably don't really need to show up. But I suppose I will. Oh, it might have been Toulouse. Toulouse? Where's Toulouse? Oh, here's Toulouse. 'Cause, 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 'c What's here to lose? Your war? No, it wasn't here. Oh, it's this guy. There we go. It's up here now. Westfalen. You want... Oh god, you're fighting the Holy Roman Empire. And losing. Which is excellent news. It's not excellent news, it's really bad news. I do have more troops than the Emperor himself. I don't know how you're losing, because even without me, you outnumber him. In fact, I looked at this war before and was like, Holy Roman Empire's going to fall apart again. So I don't know how you're losing, even if only slightly, but apparently you are. I need money, desperately. And he's happy to give it to me, not least because I'm about to join the crusade. Right, I think you have got this holy war in the bag. So I'm going to go and offer some token support to these guys. And then I'll probably then want to be heading down to join the crusade. So the Pope called the crusade. The Pope was like, let's go grab Jerusalem again. And last time that went horribly, which was only slightly my fault. But this time, Egypt is in a bit of a mess. It had 3 civil wars on, although it seems to have wrapped up 2 of those. But it's still... Hello again there. Can you all hear me out there? Hello! Awesome, okay. In the past, that's always fixed the problems. So I'm going to go ahead and say that that's going to fix all of the problems this time, and we shouldn't have any more technical difficulties for the rest of the stream. And then, when we do have more technical difficulties, we can say, that's Dizzy's fault. Hopefully it does it again. Okay. Yes, so, on with the crusade. Not the crusade. On with the Holy Roman Empire War. We've got a hybrid culture formed somewhere very far away, which I don't care about even slightly. I've done my bit. I've got my war contribution up. And now it's time to head off to Egyptland. Specifically this bit. That's where we want to go to. So if we sail around here, it'll take us a while. Inspiration, a model ruler. A beneficiary of history and gleefully grabs my attention. I complete a miniature prototype of the chest you commissioned, complete with a working lock. She holds out her palm, and the top is a tiny chest, complete with gold leaf and a key as small as a piece of grain. There's a gemstone inside, try it for yourself. As she hands it over, oh god, the key slips between her fingers and goes flying. Scrabble though she does, there is no sign of it. Right, so I can break it open to get a gemstone back, which gains me money, even though I didn't lose money for her to put a gemstone inside it. Or I can keep the miniature chest, which is going to be a child item. And as a child, it gives me quicker building construction time, weirdly. I kind of want the gemstone back. I'll have the money, thanks. It's costing me quite a lot to keep this army raised, don't you know? Oh, you've finished doing that. Marvellous. Betrothed can marry. Who's this? My niece can marry whoever this is. Sure. I assume that was a worthwhile marriage at some point for an alliance. New war target. Various people are joining this war. The funds I've supplied her with are not enough to create an artifact worthy of statue. So that gem that I just recovered from breaking the mini chest, I'm now going to spend pretty much all of that money to make the real chest better. Maybe if you just hadn't spent all of that time making the mini chest, we wouldn't have needed to do this. This crusade, oh boy, they pulled in some real big guns on the enemy side in this crusade. A better contract. My brother Prince Mail approaches me with a careful smile. I'd appreciate it if we could renegotiate my contract, my king. Any improvement would, of course, be met with enthusiasm from my treasury or my lands. So he could give me Derby, which is something I have a claim on already, and I do have enough space in my domain for it. And in return, he'd drop down his feudal taxes to nothing. Which is probably worthwhile. Honestly. I have been interested in Derby, there we go. Okay, I'm now the owner of Derby, and he now pays less tax. He's trying to bribe me. Yeah, he's trying to well, I mean, he's trying to negotiate. Like, I don't know if it's a bribe, per se. My vassal Mayor Glywydden accosts me. Well met, liege. I've heard tell of your patronage of Christine the Carpenter. They say she's making a chest worthy of a king. Please take this and give it to her. You're calling it a bribe. Okay, that's fair. Yes, so sometimes my random minor vassals are like, yes, I'll give money so that my liege has a better item. Which is marvellous. That sounds wonderful. Yeah. You give her money, she makes better item for me. I don't have to pay for better item. I've got them keep constructed. We've won the Holy War down here. Metz, who I just got married to, has instantly died. Where's my army? Down here. We're getting there slowly. It's a long way to Egypt. It would have been an even longer way to Jerusalem. How is the crusade going? We have sieged down like a territory. We're sieging down a couple more. Oh, the chest is finished. God, that was quick. I've toiled many days and nights, and finally my work is done. My eyes grow wide as I see what's hidden beneath. A chest of very fine craftsmanship, constructed from elm planks, and the wood has been varnished to give it a dark, rich shine. Gives me a little bit of piety per month, and a little bit of court grandeur. This is lovely. I have a new court artifact. Let's go put it up straight away. Christine's chest. Why is this called Christine's chest? This doesn't belong to Christine. She just made it. The Crusaders are going to have a bad time if those armies move against them. What army sizes do we have over here? We've got 9k plus 10k plus 2.5k, so about 21.5k. On the Loyalist side, we've got 10k, 14k. Ooh, yes. Yeah, that's bad news, Bez. Yeah. And I'm guessing that they probably are going to march on us. Us, in air quotes. Goodness only knows where the rest of the Loyalists are. I say Loyalists. The rest of the Christendom is... Oh, here they come. Here comes 8k stack. It's going to get here too late, I reckon. Although, I think this lot have been consumed by their internal fighting long enough for some more reinforcements to arrive. Which might be good news. Although this stack is stuck sailing around the coast of Greece, not really knowing where they're going. Okay, we're making landfall. The Pope's army is just going to stand there and get attacked, which isn't the best plan. We've discovered horseshoes. Marvellous. So we can now get some high medieval text going on. Heraldry is wonderful because it gives us high partition. So I'm going to click on that straight away. Every additional thing we don't have to worry about succession for is good news. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, what's happening here is the Pope is sending good troops after bad. Which is not what we want. However, I'm not really sure what the best plan of action is here, honestly. Because we are all going to be out of supply and starving soon. Uh-oh. I'm going to station some besiegers and then possibly head over to join these guys. Because it looks like they might be about to get caught out. And I'm going to hope that everyone else does the same. Oh no, it looks like they're not coming. That's okay then. Oh, we're all starving to death horribly. Oh, I hate crusades. But we've nearly captured this place. Oh, I've got a new son. Marvellous. Caswallen. Inir. Oh, I like Inir. You shall be Inir, son. Oh my god, there's like 30k of them. Oh boy. This is going to be a doozy of a crusade. Death stack, yeah. Mega death stack. Well, apparently we're going for it. Okay. Let's see if I can head over here. See, I've got involved. I'm currently 4th in terms of war score overall. I don't see much chance of us winning this crusade, to be honest. Partly depends on what my allies do. I suppose they could, yeah, they could sail over there and siege down a bunch of places. Whoops! Let's not go into war with that. Child of my dynasty. My daughter Iluath has given birth to a son. That's okay. Okay, everyone really wants Cadwallon to be a name, so you could be Cadwallon, I suppose. Are we gonna make it out to sea in time? Oh dear. Uh-oh, we've been caught. We didn't make it out to sea in time. And now bad news bears are happening. Right, let's retreat. Retreat, retreat, retreat before everyone dies. Oh my god, where are we retreating to? We're retreating very far away. But to some extent that's okay, because we're now first in terms of war contribution. So if the crusade goes well, we're more likely to get good things out of it for our beneficiary. Who the hell is our beneficiary? Oh, my daughter is the beneficiary, which is nice. Ah, and I have a daughter who's come of age. Oh god, are you being educated? Okay, you're being educated, that's good news. My daughter, what do you want to study? Diplomacy or intrigue? Are there any good intrigue boys at my court? Very much no. That's okay. We could do a little trick I like to call outsourcing. Excuse me for 1 second. Oh, and I'm back. Sorry about that. Just had a little knock on the door. Sure. Random Sheik, would you like a guardian? You have. Yeah. Would you like a ward? Have a ward. It's my daughter. You. Send proposal. Also, well, we don't have a personal scheme on. We'll try and convert you to witchcraft so you convert my daughter to witchcraft. Convert to witchcraft. Very unlikely to succeed. Oh my gosh, apparently it's more likely to succeed because he finds me attractive. I see. Well, we'll give it a go. And it probably won't work, but there's a small chance it will. Okay, we're doing a big retreat. Which is fine. Meanwhile, the rest of the crusade is sieging down good places that might be horribly killed off fairly soon. My father died. Does the heir of Scotland... There's a new heir of Scotland, which isn't great news. Granddaughter. You actually would accept marrying my granddaughter. You are sterile. Which is interesting. What I don't know is exactly how you've managed to work your way to the top. But, I mean, he's got to die soon. He's dying. He's going to die. So I want this guy to be my ally. Because he's imminently going to be the King of Scotland. Okay. Let's secure Scotland on our side. We're all starving to death, horribly. We've constructed a new keep in Cardiff. Okay. Right. Our troops are starving horribly to death. Really, we want to find somewhere with lots of supply. We can go stand in. But that won't be attacked. Now there of course aren't any places like this, but what we could do is send all of our starving troops over to here and at least try and support any battles that happen. Because I'm guessing that big Doomstack is going to be marching towards battle imminently. And they may need our help. Yep, here's the giant Doomstack. Will we even get there in time? Possibly not. I'm in debt. Oh, I am in debt, aren't I? That's not good news. Okay, giant Doomstackers. Oh my god. Okay, so Scotland has inherited, indeed, and is our ally, and this is marvelous news. And he is immediately at war with this guy. He's at war with Norway for this guy's claim on the county of Brandenar. They're trying to eat a random bit of Norway, basically. I don't know why that's disappeared. I didn't want that to disappear, but it has disappeared. At least you were setting my expectations of war early. Yeah, I really wish that hadn't disappeared. It would have been super duper nice if I still had that available to me. To say yes, even though I wasn't really planning to join in. Right, where's this Doomstack going? You coming back? So I want to land here and resupply, but I'm concerned that they're going to walk on top of me. But if we can try and resupply while we're here... Oh, look, our army's been divided and are about to be squashed. Because they've got their Mega Doomstack, and they're fighting exactly half of the Crusaders, it looks like. So this is going to be another crusade that's not gone well. Mostly, I think, due to the fact that they got joined by someone I wasn't expecting. Because I sort of looked and was like, this particular Muslim faith wasn't big at the time. And so didn't seem like it's going to be too much of a problem. It's such a shame. If we'd all been together, we definitely could have beat them. Sadly, Crusades are very much up to the whims of the AI. Right, where's that? Where are the bad guys going? Are they crossing? Right, I'm gonna go stand over here and be closer to my other allies, just in case they cross. Right, we're no longer having supply problems, which is good news. They have caught out 800 more allied troops, which is bad news. And I think they're probably marching this way. No, they're not marching this way. They're going back that way. That's okay. The longer they spend messing around over there, the better. If we're extra lucky, we are technically winning this crusade, but only just. Convert to witchcraft, the time's come. We'll give it a go. On a 5% chance. Hail Mary. No, wrong chamber, sorry, never mind. Okay, we've got 3 months left, they got about the same length of time. Don't know where these allies are going, possibly to reinforce over there. And they might leave me high and dry. But as long as I can siege this down and then get out before the enemies get to me, that's going to be okay. Oh, it's going to be tight. Okay. Break for the sea. Just get as far away as possible. Also, hopefully force them to cross lots of occupied territory to get to me, so they're less likely to do it, so they don't lose lots of men to attrition. Get on the water, which costs a lot of money. We're quite badly in debt for this crusade. This guy. Greetings, Uncle. Count Fiken of Sundgau. He wants my stewardship book. You can't have my stewardship book. Rude. Yeah, I know I'm in debt. Ah, the Scotland thing has appeared. That's marvellous. We will accept, because you're going to win without us anyway. So there's no real penalty to accepting. Okay, we're on the water. Can we siege down this place? That person's going to hold it against me for 50 years? Oh yes, yes they are. I don't know, where are my Crusader buddies going? There's no plan! Oh god. This guy has this guy has decided he wants somebody else to be the Scottish king. Which isn't good news. It might be worth ducking out of the crusade at this point. Okay, I'm going to accept this. I'm going to send my army here and then disband them. There are enemy or hostile armies around? Are there? Oh, they're in the next county over. God damn it. Okay, we're going to walk all the way over here, then disband the army, and then hopefully raise it up again. Oh, God. Also, Iceland has come to lay siege to Wales and steal all of our stuff. Oh my god. Dude, stop having wars. Seriously. Incidentally, I really hate this county it's like a tiny little dead-end nothing that just stretches into the desert. And I sort of assume that that is a real, like, you know, significant thing at this point in time. But it's just, you know, it doesn't even border 2 other counties. It just borders the one. Into a tactical withdrawal that definitely isn't just me abandoning the Crusades. Oh, that does remind me though, I could put myself in charge and then hopefully get the Crusader trait. Siwa used to have an oasis in the temple. There we go, I've gained the trait Crusader. Alexander the Great visited during his conquest of Persia. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, I sort of figure I could siege this place down really quickly, then disband the whole army because I'm finished, and then slowly gather up again and go help Scotland. I think that might have been when he was declared Pharaoh of Egypt. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't hate it for any reason other than its sort of strategical value or lack thereof. Probably would have been Thebes though. Okay, I could not point to Thebes on the map, I'm afraid. Right, suspend. It'll take 11 months to get home, for which time Scotland may already have been lost. But we'll do what we can. It's going to take 11 months to bring our army up here. You just think Siwa is cool. That's the thing, there are 2 Thebes. One in Egypt, one in Greece. Oh, I did not know that. God. I've got 5 wars going on. None of them I care about particularly. How are the Scotland wars going? You are... Okay, so you're defending against... Are you allied with England? No. You're in some English war. Oh, you've inherited an English war from the previous guy. That's okay. So it's okay that you're losing that. You're attacking Norway and have nearly won, which is good news. And the other ones haven't really started yet, but you've lost a little bit. Durham, yay? Oh, yes, Durham. Okay, right. Are you in Durham, BG? I hear they've got snow at the moment. There's a Himalayan hybrid culture. Someone is plotting to kill this random lady. We must stop them. I'm in debt. I know I'm in debt. It's because I decided to join a crusade. Which is going middlingly. You just also really like Durham. That's fair enough. Durham's great. The huge amount of nothing that surrounds it. Oh my god. You really had to choose a crusade to do all of this, didn't you? Why are your vassals not being good little Catholics and going to join the crusade, huh? Why are they instead here declaring war on you? Oh my god, who's this? Mail now wants an artifact from me. You want the Arthurian brooch. It gives me a little bit of prestige and some fertility. I mean, honestly, it wouldn't be that bad if you took it, but also no. Oh boy, he's definitely going to join all of the factions now. Oh, this faction is quite strong. Oh no. Let's see if we can't sway this guy who's in charge of it. Hopefully he'll be really nice and then he'll leave it. Right, everyone is slowly... Okay, the good news is the Norway War is won. He was waiting for the defending Islamic kingdoms to invade Rome at this point. That's what the Paradox AI seems like doing. I can't say I've ever seen a Crusade defending army go for Rome. Whatever the Crusade AI is, it does seem to kind of quite like standing around doing nothing in the target area even if there's actual war going on elsewhere. That being said, I may have mentioned this actually, I did in a previous stream see the Pope decide to go all the way around here in order to get to the Holy Land. Have the lot in CK2? I have never actually played CK2 myself, I've only seen playthroughs of it. Does it have the same kind of, like, I'll siege my capital, I'll siege your capital, you siege mine, tit for tat, that CK3 has a lot of? Oh boy. You've sieged down a lot of territory. You're doing really well in this war, so I need to go and deal with that. Let's split this army in half. Let's take this half north to deal with these guys. Let's take this half down here to siege back briefly, probably. Pope just wanted to visit Mecca, nothing wrong with that. Took the long route. How's my... oh my god! Oh my god! Somebody else wants the blooming crown of Scotland. Oh, apparently that's bad news. Okay, I guess we'll only go this far then. Oh dear. How are we doing in terms of... I'm still first in... If we somehow won this crusade, then my daughter would currently claim the Kingdom of Egypt. I think you need to arrange an accent for the King of Scotland. No, he's my ally! Actually, who inherits from him? Scotland? I mean, I don't think actually arranging an accent from him would help. Because, I think they'd still have a lot of these wars going on anyway. Right, okay, we're going to catch this army and hopefully knacker it. Then we've got to siege down this place. Oh my god, I think there is more Scotland rebelling than there is not rebelling right now. This war's going okay. Oh, I'm a fool. I should have called up a holy order before the crusade started, so that they'd be working with me rather than with, like, the Pope or something. Alternatively, then, just get rid of Scotland. Long-term goals, long-term goals. Oh! You unsieged that. Thank you, whoever you are. Are you now gonna... oh my god. Are you now gonna march down here and bloomin'... attack these guys? How many besiegers do I need to leave behind? Not many. Okay, let's come here, smush this army. Leave behind just enough guys to take this castle, take back briefly. Hopefully it'll all go marvellously. You've decided not to siege down the place you were sieging down. I hate the AI. You couldn't have just left some besieging guys behind, could you? Apparently this is an enemy territory. Oh, maybe you did siege that. That's okay if you did. Oh, we've won a war. War for Prince Lebraid's claim on the Kingdom of Alba. Marvellous. 1 down. 2 to go. Oh, 2 down technically if you count the Norway War. There's Scotland in Norway, as you can see. Oh, we don't need this anymore. We can meet you guys together. I've got a new perk. Merge. Don't care about my niece being taken a prisoner so much. Gain the architect trait. Can I? I can't switch focus yet. When can I switch focus? December. Let's go here and smush this army. Oh god, there's still the Holy Roman Empire war going on, although that seems to be going kind of okay. I think you outnumber him about 2 to 1 without me, so that's fine. Which start date did I use? I used the 1066 start date. I sort of assumed that I'd be starting and then have to kind of deal with the whole stress of England not being very happy with the Norman occupiers. But it turns out that in most games, Harold of England is fairly capable of dealing with both the Norwegian invaders and the Norman invaders. And that's what happened in this save. Okay. Right. Okay, I think we've got this, pretty much. He's decided he's wandering somewhere else. Oh, I hate this bit of Scotland. Because it's all straight. Yeah, I know I'm in debt. Because it's all straights, there's a really big penalty for like attacking anyone here. Also, how's the stream doing? Because OBS is telling me I have a pretty poor connection at the moment. Oh, that siege is bad. Siege 1, we now control Eilech. Okay, the crusade is going badly. We've lost enough battles by now. That's okay. We'll live. How long are you going to take? You're going to take 10 months to siege that down. You're not a war leader, are you? No. Can't act as the war leader. Do I want to help with this war? Okay, let's go help with this war. And then keep sending these guys to chase down wherever this stack is. Stream has been buffering a bit at times, oh dear. Oh my gosh! Dude! You were doing that siege just fine. Why did you leave? We lost so much progress from you doing that. Nothing too bad though, only lasts a few seconds at a time. Okay, that's... I'm not happy with that, but that is, I suppose, acceptable. Right, okay, we're gonna go down here, siege down Moray after we beat this guy's army up. Finish sieging this thing. Paying for war. Wars are expensive, and with my treasury rapidly emptying, yeah, I need to think about how I'll pay to keep my soldiers in the field of battle. I can sacrifice development growth for taxes. Educate child. Oh my god. Me. Educate. Thank you. Victory. Yes, marvellous. One more. One left. Oh god, ripstream. Okay. Hi there. It's back, you think? Are you seeing a "We'll be right back" screen? OBS is telling me I've got a green light. Zoe Duck. I don't think I've seen the Zoe Duck emote before. I don't know how. I can do nothing except continue to apologize for internet issues. This is going to be a nightmare to cut everything together later, which is fun for me. If I knew why they were happening, then I would have fixed it by now. But sadly, I don't, and as far as I'm aware, I can't. Hopefully you can now see the game. OBS is telling me you should be able to, so I'm going to trust it unless you tell me otherwise, BG. You can hear me? Can you see me? See the screen. Okay, marvellous. Hidden ally. I'm in the middle of a nightly ritual of the Horned God, and there's sudden noise behind me. Burglar visits an assassin. I twist around and find myself face to face with Elbreed, dressed up in a dark cloak adorned by the unmistakable mark of the Horned God. Classic outfit for conversions. Ah, so this guy, my nephew, has tried to convert me to witchcraft, but I'm already a witch, so that's marvellous. Oh my god. Minus 92% war score from battles lost in the Crusade. It's not going well. Right, where are you going then? You can see the game! Hooray! Marvellous. We're just cleaning up Scotland. Oh, it's taking ages though. I've arrived in Kevin to pay homage to me as a show of loyalty. Countess Margaret Firth Wolstan of Worcestershire. Sure, random countess, some money would have been nicer, honestly, at this point. But you can serve me well. The last I bid the countess arrives. We've got an event on in here as well. Oh, we've got 2 inspirations. Ah! Emerson's de Rouvray is the adventure inspiration. Oh, I don't have the money for it, which is a shame. Our king is truly generous. Just taste the spectacular fresh quail. Yes, indeed, Lord Llewellyn is most implacable, much like this gingerbread. Is implacable gingerbread a good thing? Do you want your gingerbread to be implacable? It seems as if my spending on lavish meals has made a new friendship blossom. I can ask to join them and lose some stress and gain some opinion with these people. I can spend some money, which I don't have, to gain court grandeur. Or I can just gain some prestige. Am I stressed at all? I have no stress. So I might as well gain the prestige. Too many problems with too many consequences. Oh, I can hold court as well. Sure, let's hold court. I said, that'll be the last time before the crusade is over, but apparently I was wrong. Gesture for the first in line. Who have we got today? A peasant man from the earldom of Amwithig, an area plagued by unrest and held by my vassal cousin Margaret, assures me that control could be restored without undue bloodshed. They're hanging us, hounding us. We could keep order, my lord. Please, we can organize ourselves without all the death. Okay, so Countess Margaret, I guess, is trying to increase control in the place. And I could make her dislike me in order to increase the county control. Assures me that control could be restored without undue bloodshed, and I can say instead of undue bloodshed, I want excessive bloodshed. Which makes them hate me but gives increased control growth, or I can give them money. Amwithig. Where's Amwithig? Amwithig is here. You are culturally Arthurian. Is my vassal already rebelling against me? He's actually not, so I probably don't want to encourage her to do so. I could not murder you, so I think I'll murder all of you. I don't have the money to give away. But I don't really want to go chopping everyone's heads off. But I don't have the money to give away, and I'm a stewardly boy, and I'm like, in debt. No. Oh dear. Okay, everyone who has morals, I want you to look away now. Okay, I'm going to pretend... Oh, actually, look, here's a fourth option that is just all lovely and nice and doesn't involve any additional murder than what we need. There we go. Look, we're now on to the next petitioner. Over the last few days, I've heard tell of a mighty hero of the peasantry who's won the hearts and minds of the common people through incredible deeds and matchless bravery. This hero, who goes by the name Rigonai, has been defending the small folk from the Anglo-Saxon raiders. Okay, I love this guy. Oh my god, is this? He's now travelled the way to Cefn to seek an audience with me. There's no doubt that he is a great hero. However, my court are adamant that they do not elevate a commoner beyond their station. My accounting says I cannot afford to pay you have fun in the dungeon. Oh my god, I can give him a lot of money. How good are you, Rigano? I can't find out apparently. You're pretty good. Oh my god, I can say a true hero deserves a position worthy of their skills. I could just give him a county that's currently held by this lassie in my dungeons. I could say he's an impertinent peasant, which I don't think is true, but my vassals would like it. I think a true hero deserves a position worthy of their skills, even though all my vassals will hate it. You know, we're here to drive out the Anglo-Saxons, and that is what you're doing all of your own volition without me even needing to ask you. Oh my god, that literally is putting him in prison, I think. Jesus. No, a true hero deserves a position worthy of their skills. I've gained a loyalty hook on him as well. Which is excellent news. So I could have no more tax, or no more levies. Right, I see. Or I can make you forced partition. Don't want to do that either. Okay, we'll leave this hook for now, because... You know, I have a sneaking suspicion we might have found our King Arthur. A hero of the people who goes around chopping up Anglo-Saxons. I thought we might find one eventually, and you're looking pretty good for it. He who makes a beast out of himself. A gaggle of grotty peasants appear before my throne. They are armed with the most vicious, flaming farming equipment I've seen in my whole career of quashing rebellions. Wow, one pokes a pitchfork through my favourite throne cushion. This being which rules us is a true demon incarnate. No real man can be capable of such violent extremities as we have faced. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never done anything like that. I'd never use violent extremities, especially not against the peasant folk, and especially not for trivial financial reasons. I don't know why you would say that. I can say I'm no demon, I'm a king, which is much worse. Which gives me an intrigue challenge that I might well fail. A darling concept. Chance to spread the word I'm a demon. Spend piety for dread and the nickname Spawn of Satan. Oh my god, I could be the Spawn of Satan. The first option is Class PG? It absolutely is. I do love this. And if I thought I was going to succeed, I would definitely click it. But I like the idea of being the Spawn of Satan. Have I truly been so abominable? I lose 30 dread, and I gain popular opinion. I have been pretty abominable. Or I can say, nonsense, the Horned God is far superior to Satan. I gain dread, I spend piety, I can scare people, or I can gain some opinion of me for considers humorous. See, the thing is, I have been abominable, so this is the most obvious one to click. I don't have any dread, so losing dread doesn't matter to me. This is the best choice I've got from hosting court yet. I think I kind of want to be the spawn of Satan, just because I think it's funny, but I won't. Let's make a joke about the Horned God, because we are, after all, the Merlin dynasty, a dynasty of wizards and witches, so we'll take the wizard option. The court laughs at my jest. I gain intrigue lifestyle experience, and I gain some opinion with people. My business here is done. Marvellous. Oh dear, I'm still at war. I forgot, briefly, about the war. And the debt. I can change this guy's contract. It still doesn't help me to do so. War never ends. What's it even good for, honestly? My heir has come of age. With sufficient tutelage, even a child that's displayed little natural inclination towards administration can come to truly understand it. That's okay. He displays a thorough understanding of the flow and gold and the wanderings of people. He even expresses remarkable creativity in dealing with these matters. They grow up so fast. Marvellous. Let's convert you to witchcraft straight away, as we're at a good point in our sway scheme. How's our faction doing? The guy we were swaying did leave that faction, so that's good news. We've sieged down this place. Oh my god. Really gone that way? Ugh. Go away! We don't like you. We're pretty sure World War I caused the largest jump in medical technology and techniques in human history. I wouldn't be surprised. Certainly, those wars are famous for their advancement of technologies. Right, there's various other stuff going on with this. I'm still first in more contribution to the Crusade, but it's not going to matter because we're not going to win. My wife is pregnant again, mainly because they had a bunch of dying people to experiment on, which was not good. Well, you say that, and that is true, but I also know that the Nazis were very famous for their medical experimentation, but actually we didn't really learn very much from their experimentation because they weren't very good at it. Like, not only were they doing hideously unethical things with dubious scientific benefit, but they didn't even do it well. So I don't know how verifiable it is that just because they had lots of people to experiment on. Okay, Scotland War is done. Also, these guys are starting again. Expand these armies here. They were doing for their effed up beliefs, weren't they? Yeah. Oh, my councillor has died. Susanna! Oh god, she committed suicide. Jesus Christ. This has got heavy all of a sudden. What with the N-word being... Not that N-word, the other N-word being splashed around. Prisoners can be ransomed. My prisoner, Prince Suelaid. Sure, wherever the hell you are. Back to the fun game then. Yes, hopefully. Right, we've gained a level of dedication to my faith. We're apparently winning the crusade again. We've won some battles. Oh my god, the enemy army's disappeared. You know what it might be time for? It might be time for going back to the crusades. Having sorted out Scotland, maybe we'll head back to the Holy Land. Wouldn't that be marvellous? Child of my dynasty. My daughter Alueth has given birth to a son. Since he's part of the Merlin dynasty, he should be blessed with a good name. Stinian. Sure. The defenders of the Crusade are on their way to Cornwall as you speak. Honestly, if they show up, then that's fine. Because what we'll do is we'll use it to settle the scone debate. Because, you know, these people from Egypt, they've definitely, like, never heard of a scone before in medieval times, I'm sure. So whichever one they instinctively assume that a scone should be said, you know, when they just see the word scone written down, whichever one they think, oh, well, this is the logical way to pronounce that. That must be the more intuitive way to pronounce it. Big Bad BG says it's not a scone, it's a scoon. I mean, that is the original Scottish pronunciation, so I can't fault you for your opinion there, BG. An attempt on my life. I'm out on a boat in a harbour in Durham when suddenly a flaming arrow soars across the sky towards us. It misses the boat by a hair's breadth, and as I lean down to see it fizzle out in the cold ocean water, I catch a distinct smell coming from the wood of the boat, Greek fire. This was an attempt on my life. This was undoubtedly the work of that brash churl, Matteo de Puglia, who is my rival. Why are you my rival? What did I ever do to you? I don't know, but he doesn't like me. I will make him regret this. I gain watchful with his opinion of him. I could try and imprison him, but he's a really good knight. He's a 32 prowess knight. That's probably worth staying out of jail for, to be honest. I'll keep it around just in case I need to imprison him. I don't know what happened to the enemies in this crusade. They just sort of left, which is really good news for us, honestly. Oh, I've just remembered. I've got a council task that makes my armies cheaper, so I should definitely have been doing that for quite some time, and wasn't. Bankrupt. My treasure's empty. My lord the baron. Even the rats have been sold to pay for my expenses, yet I'm still unable to pay all the debts I owe. How can I possibly get out of this situation? Let's see their army strength. Well, yes, but okay, but their army strength was like 34,000. And ours was like 40-ish thousand, so ours has gone down a bit. But theirs, it started at 18,000, it went up to 34,000, and now it's dropped by 11,000 more. I don't know where they've gone. And the actual armies that are, like, down on the ground, you know, there's a few thousand. There's not even that full 20-something thousand. So this crusade might take a turn for the better. There's like 10k. I mean, oh, okay, hang on, let's do maths. 6k here, 2.5k here, these together make 3k. Okay, that's about 9k, yeah. But 9k out of a previous stack that was 23-something k, and out of a total that they have available of 23k, and that they used to have of 34k, I'll take the 9k, to be honest. I can take the 9k on my own. Don't need the rest of the crusade. Right, bankrupt. I can tighten my belt, which gives me a bit of money and some stress. I could confiscate church property, which gives me quite a lot of money, but costs piety and also stress. I can give my mayor a favour hook, which you never ever really want to do. Or I can stewardship challenge, and probably get the money for free. And gain some experience while I'm at it. So that's definitely the best way of doing things. Guess who's no longer in debt? I could now immediately, if I wanted to, declare war on... Oh, England's got a new king. Are you the old king? You are the old king. Oh dear. So there was a succession event in England that we missed. England's having fun. No more debt, although it's going to take me about like 9 months to get down here. 8 months, by which time I will very nearly be in debt again. It would also be really nice if this bloomin' Holy Roman War could end. Oh, I'm in debt again. Why am I in debt again? What happened? Oh, I went out to sea. That costs a lot of money. Okay. Never mind the no more debt. For one brief glorious moment, we had no more debt. And now we have debt again. Let's grab golden obligations, because demanding money for hooks is great. I don't really want to drop my income any further, so I don't actually want to switch away from this wealth focus. No, there's nothing that makes armies cheaper. Yeah. Yay, debt. Oh, my court tutor died. I can demand payment from this guy. I might wait till you have more money. Need a new court tutor. We've got a physician and an antiquarian. Court tutor. Edward would be good. He won't be around for too much longer. Ghost Spinfelic. I thought I had like geniuses in my court. Are they not any good? Well, who's this? My niece is apparently a bastard founder. Yeah, okay. I don't know where the genius is at, but apparently I can't employ them. We'll employ this guy for a while, and then he'll die, and we'll have a chance to appoint someone else. So that'll be fine. I love how I have all these traits for making buildings cheaper and faster to build, and I haven't been able to build a single building, I don't think, as this guy, because of all the money spent on this crusade. Court Artificer. Jacobo. That actually is average. No, I don't care. If I had money, I'd use it on the people who have inspirations. Oh no! Oh, I really need money. Oh, I really need money. Like, now. Do I have any ways of getting money quickly? No. Definitely not. Oh god. Borrow gold from Holy Order. No Catholic Holy Order has any gold. Okay. How much is my army costing? My army is costing quite a lot. It's costing me a lot more because it's currently embarked. My daughter, with a tidy up blissful smile, Flora presents me with a perfect daughter. Let's give you a Catholic name, as we are in the middle of a crusade. Judith. You shall be Judith. Minus 34, yeah. It's expensive. But I'm concerned about losing my first place in the crusade contribution, and also I want the crusade to be over as soon as possible, because it's a pain. We're going to make my son a witch. I've got a court event available. A courtier scorned. Why would you honour that churl Edward, my tutor, with a position at court and not me? My son-in-law Beau is livid. Apparently he'd been certain that the honour would befall him and no one else. I mean, you were considered. I could make him my court musician, which increases court grandeur and increases opinion gain when hosting a feast, but costs money. Oh my god, if you're gonna jest like this, I should start paying you! I could make him jester! Oh, it's definitely not worth the money, but I could do it. Oh, come off it. Oh dear, oh money. Oh no. That last option is fantastic. Apparently there are quite a lot of court events that give you the option to make someone your jester. My son, there is no fear or hesitation in his eyes. His acceptance is wholehearted and hungry. Om nom nom, eat up all that witchcraft. Okay. Oh, here's the doom stacks back, but they're still less doomy than they were before. My prisoner has died in my dungeons. Victory! Oh, we finally finished the Holy Roman War. That's nice. Right, and the enemy are busy unsieging all the territories we've taken. Oh my god. You know how I just said we finished the Holy Roman War? Well, there was a new Holy Roman Emperor who just inherited, and he's being attacked by France, although France is massively winning. So I'm just going to say, yeah, I'll join in, and then the war will hopefully be done without me needing to do anything. Oh god, when will this crusade end? Oh, okay, it's a 25k death stack now. That's a problem. HRE, stop existing. I'm beginning to sound like Voltaire now. Ugh. See, I can't really land because will you move? Thank you. Because if I land over here, then I'm closer to the bad guys than I am to my friends. And they probably won't come and reinforce. But if I land over here, then they might all just start moving this way. Towards me. But if I land here, I could siege this place down. Which would be good. Okay, we'll land here and try and siege this place. And do some actual contributing. So our best bet really is to siege places faster than they can, which would be easier if all of our friends weren't standing around doing nothing. Keep an eye on what our intelligence says the enemy army's doing. And we've nearly won the Second Holy Roman War. Right, we've won, we've gained a little bit of money. We're losing money more slowly now, which is nice at least. Keep an eye on what these guys are doing. Got any war score. We've won the next Holy Roman War. We've lost an alliance with this person because someone died. That's okay. My sister died under mysterious circumstances. That's not good. Right. Oh, they've decided to abandon all of their sieges to chase down these 800 guys. Which, honestly, I'm fairly happy about. Let's grab that gold off you while we can. I can also imprison this guy, who's my knight and rival, but will not succeed. So let's not bother. Okay, you are all 21k of you are sitting there, which is okay. Look, if we can siege two... Oh my god, my bishop died. We've got a new bishop. He's a really good bishop. I like that. And he really likes me. Mostly because of court grandeur. Also because of my Merlin crown. Inia Merlin, youngest son, wants a guardian. Diplomacy or intrigue? I don't have any good intrigue people in my court, do I? Do I have any good diplomacy people in my court? Maybe Alueth. I'll educate him. Yeah, if he sieges back one place while we're sieging down 2 places, then eventually we win, unless I run out of places to siege. So I'm happy with that. There is no white peace in the Crusades. Ah, my brother died of natural causes. He was only 41, blimey. But that apparently has de-stressed me. So that's good news. Oh, my army is starving again though. Lively livestock. As an additional payment in recent trade, I find myself in possession of a large herd of cattle. I've been assured that the animals are of the highest quality, but the question of what should be done with them remains. Oh my god, the money. Oh my god, the money. I mean, I'm going to spend most of it immediately on... oh. The inspiration person left. Oh. Oh dear. Okay. Well, I'm not in debt anymore. Which is marvellous. I could declare war on England. England, why aren't you here helping with the Crusades? Come on, man. You're a king. A Catholic king, no less. Helping out with Crusades is like your raison d'etre. Especially a king of England. Ah, the Crusading army has decided to split itself in half again. Which means that they're now going to lose and be eaten up by the giant Doomstack. Of course. Why would you not? How many friendlies do we have here? 4k, 5k is 9k, plus 3k is 12-ish k, 15-ish k. With me, that's probably enough to take them on. Oh, are we going to go this way? Okay. Apparently we're going this way. I can ransom this random person, that's 10 gold, that'll keep my army paid for another 5 months. Okay, we might win this crusade. It's a shame that we're faffing around with the crusade instead of dealing with England, but we might. Oh god. Okay. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Oh, we might be too late. Oh, our allies aren't even helping. Oh, guys, what are you doing? Oh, no. Oh, God. Right, let's find out where they're going. Right, is that Doomstack chasing down this stack or these guys? Because wherever they're going, I want to split off a small army with just like my siege weapons to go here and siege down this place. Wait, I still have the Crusader trait, right? Yes. Yeah, make the siege happen faster. Look. We are at minus 100% from... oh my god, what are you doing? Okay, fine, I'll do the siege myself then. If you're gonna just leave it. Right, we've won this siege. I could call a hunt to relieve stress, but I'm not that stressed. Okay, where are we going? We're gonna go fight? Let's try going fighting. Only if my allies show up, though. I don't like this. Where are my allies going? Where are my allies going? Okay, well I'll try and siege this territory. My allies can decide what they're doing. Faffing around. Uh-oh, where's the Doomstack going? Can we get out to sea in time? Answer, maybe. My daughter has given birth to a son. who shall be called Tidy. Right, okay. Oh my god, are we ever going to do anything worthwhile in this siege? We've sieged down and back and forth almost every territory in the Kingdom of Egypt by this point. Let's go to Damietta again. And like, you know, at this point the territories get sieged so quickly that actually holding on to anything is a bit of a nightmare. This Doomstack is starving quite strongly, though. Which is good news, because most of our guys aren't really starving. I'm starving, but most of our guys aren't starving. Oh my god, I've had another son. What is this nonsense? Is there going to be anything left of succession? No, not really. Jesus Christ. Who will you become, my child? What shall I call you? Sure, Scion you shall be. Oh, Jesus Christ. Uh-oh. Is Doomstack coming my way? Are you crossing, or are you just sieging down? You're just sieging down, that's okay. I can head out to sea. Probably. All babies cry, but with little Scion there is no end to the tears. Oh dear, he's sickly. Actually, that's not... Okay, this is the worst thing that I'm going to say today, probably, but... It's sort of okay that he's sickly, I've got too many children anyway. Maybe I should have given my brother that Blubbin plus fertility booster. I've got too many sons. Right, we've won a siege, a good Catholic. I am known as a deeply pious man. Surely my devotion to God should be good for something in this life, and not only the next. There are a number of people who do well to be reminded that I'm in the Lord's good graces. Spend piety for money, spend piety for prestige, or gain opinion with the Pope. Now, I am fairly close to being able to ask the Pope for gold, which probably will be more money than if I click this decision. So I'm going to do that. Get Pope opinion up. Do I reckon I can make it out to sea there in time? Oh, it really depends on what that big Doomstack does, doesn't it? I think it's probably worth... I can't disband. I can't disband because there's this one guy here. Okay, the big Doomstack is going a different way to me. Oh my god, there's another hunter causing problems, trying to kill people. The enemy banner. The Battle of Farama ended in an astounding victory. That's because there was literally only one guy in the enemy army. That's why. I eagerly listened to the messengers who reached a report from my commander and then turned to the soldiers before me. My lord, we cornered the remaining enemy, singular, as they made a valiant stand. They gave their life protecting this banner. Oh, I've stolen a banner from the bad guys, which gives me faith hostility advantage and advantage in desert. Or I can burn it for prestige. Heck no. There we go, put that up in my courtroom straight away. I want my Merlin House banner here, but you can go over here. Krenian War banner. There we go. Nice. Okay, we'll spend 60 days sieging down this place, I suppose. I'm tempted to head for the enemy capital, to be honest. I'll come down to a prisoner. I'm now making one because that many of my troops have died. I can get 527 gold from my Head of Faith. We can actually use that to build a building. What progress is the crusade at? We're at plus 26%. Which is about where we've been sitting for the last 2 or 3 in-game years, I think. How long has this crusade been going on for? 9 years ago. Money. I'll deal with you in just a second. I want to go and spend my money on improving my lands. Right, Kefidin, we're going to keep in succession. Where else are we keeping in succession? Oh, I can increase my crown authority. Yes, we're going to pass that. Marvellous. We keep Gloucester as well. Okay, so let's look at Gloucester, put some money into Gloucester. Let's make the archbuilding look better in Gloucester. Gwyddel in hiding. Gwyddel came to me complaining about Eleri bullying him. He's been hiding all over the castle to avoid facing the other child. I can make him arbitrary. You're not my heir. You're my second son? Second son. So it's kind of okay if you're Craven. Having a Craven vassal is not a bad thing. Because it makes them a lot less likely to oppose you ever. So sure, you shall be Craven, child. Oh, you were always there for me, and I hope you know that I'm grateful. He really likes the fact that I just made him Craven. Well, I need to expect you to be there for me too. We'll get a hook on him, I suppose. We don't really need one. Oh, I can unlock a new stewardship perk. War Profiteer. Monthly income while at war. Plus 10%. Marvellous. Okay, let's go march on the capital. Yeah, their doom stack is really low at the moment. Which is really good news. We could beat that. Not me on my own, but like we, the Christendom, could beat that. Oh, we're also going to beat up this guy. There's 3 dudes standing on the capital. Maybe we'll capture a banner that these 3 dudes. Oh, my dagger's low. You got 25 years in you. You're not that low. I'll pay to repay you. Battle of At-Tur. There we go. Oh, we even captured some of them. And we can ransom them for more money. This is grand. This is great news. Why are you all standing in territory we've already captured? Go fight! Or siege. One of the two. But do something useful with your time. Like I am. Oh no, convinced de jure territory fails. It seems the effort of my steward in the lordship of Felix have been to no avail. The local people, persuaded by Earl Bride's silver tongue, and swayed by the prestige of my court, have protested vehemently against the illegitimate ruler King Wolfgar, but in vain. While the local discontent might still make it an easier prey for us, my diplomatic plan has been foiled. Okay, so maybe this de jure territory scheme needs to happen at like a time when the enemy is sort of weak already with internal strife. Maybe that's something that is needed. That's okay. I'll set the guy to collect taxes, which I probably need. Actually, I don't really need them that big at the moment. I can set you to increasing development. Go increase development in Gloucestershire. While we take the capital of Egypt, and then we probably sit here for a while. Oh, we're a bit over the supply limit, to be honest. We may want to sit here and resupply just a bit. Oh, that didn't even really help us that much with war score. Right, okay. Split you in half. Go and get more supply so that you're not dying horribly. You're also going to land some 700 troops here. Good for you. We're still in first place for war contribution, which is good. If my daughter ends up with the Kingdom of Egypt, I'm still not sure at this point whether it will actually have been worth it. Emir Samir has formed a new alliance. Samir, you are breaking the crusade. Right, you're moderately supplied up now. You can come over here. At this rate, my ruler will be dead when the crusade ends. You're not wrong, honestly. I've been ruler for 10 years. And almost all of that time has been spent on this crusade. Oh, there's a neutral army here. Haven't seen a neutral army in a long time. Oh my god. This random person, my knight, has just murdered his wife. I can't believe you. I'll get you a new one. Don't lose this one. New throne room event. Inspirations. He wants to go to Eastern Europe on an adventure, and we have the money for it. Is that not my character's son-in-law that did the murder? Wasn't his name Beau? I don't think so. Hang on. Let's. Love off. Ah, no. Okay, I see. It was a different knight. Do I have a son-in-law called Beau? Oh, it was you! You're absolutely right. Good catch, BG. Gosh dang it, Beau. It's a shame that you're an excellent knight as well. Why could I not imprison you? Why is you murdered a dude? Or a woman in this case. But still. Throne room event. Epicurean entertainment. Kill him. What do you think, Big Bad BG? Kill him. Naughty Big Bad BG. Epicurean entertainment. Ah, excellent. Veal cutlets, my favourite. Alueth bellows merrily, gorging herself as the servants desperately steadies the serving tray. My beloved pomegranate cakes, you are truly delectable, Flora says with a singing voice. What? Am I in a musical? Everyone's having a really nice little sing-song about how nice my court food is. They're enjoying themselves. I can let them be and gain grandeur and prestige. I can gain stress with Cadug. Or I can gain stress with Flora. Or I can gain stress with my daughter. Why does talking to these people give me stress? For being arrogant? I don't know. Okay, they're saying nice things. It's marvellous. We're at Court Grandeur level 7. That won't last that long. Minus 0.22 a month, so that's about minus 2 a year. So we've got a couple of years at level 7. Which gives me better imprison chance. And better men-at-arms efficiency, which is nice. Talking to people is stressful. That's true, but I don't feel like talking to people is stressful for the reasons that this game is giving. I'll tell you what, the Doomstack is currently looking at about 11k troops. We are nearly at the point where I could take them on my own. Inspiration funded. The time has come for me to start my adventure, my king. My beneficiary, Ingeborg, bows as well as she can, while weighted down by heavy bags. Are you from... Yes, you're Norwegian. Oh my god, I could definitely find a good knight by marrying you off, couldn't I? Sior. Before I leave, please tell me, is there anything specific you want me to keep an eye peeled for during my journey? I want to possess something truly unique, or bring me something from an exotic animal, or a trinket from material, or a tapestry, or an instrument. No, I want to possess something truly unique. I want to see how that goes. But also, thank you for coming to be my knight, Siora. Then strike! Bonk. Okay. Yeah, it's looking at like 11k. If it wasn't going to sap all of my allies away from their sieges, I'd go fight them now. Well, actually, their siege might be done by the time I get to fight them. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. An unwanted pregnancy. A dramatic scene unfolds in my audience chamber as my vassal Lord Geraint of Bichanog accuses Sinir, the son of my spymaster, of impregnating his wife. Blimey, he's only 16. He did that quickly! Duke Meredith indignantly claims there's no proof of his son's guilt, and even if it was him, it is surely Madron's fault for being a loose woman. Wow. The argument is heating up, and I must do something before things get out of hand. So I can say, I can offer Geraint justice, which means Meredith pays him money and likes me less. Kinne is inculpable, he owes Geraint nothing, which Meredith likes and Geraint dislikes. Or I can say, why are you bothering me with a squabble? I'm gonna keep my spymaster on side, I think. Although, that's like half my spymaster's money. And this guy doesn't really like me. Is he in a faction against me? Okay, I'll give you satisfaction. Uh, 61 people have come to try and siege back the enemy capital. They're not going to succeed. I think we might be marching to victory here. I think we might be on the verge of a big battle that could seal this crusade in our favour. If and only if our allies... Oh dear. Hang on. That's not good. Let's some prisoners real quick. Only if our allies don't do this. Which they have done. But we might get there in time. Or they might win without us, to be honest, if all of the nearby allies get drawn in. Inspiration. Powerful wolves in the plains. My lord, a message from your adventurer Ingeborg, the servant says, handing me a scroll. My searchers led me to the plains of Ushizia. They are notoriously wolf-infested, but I have a good reason to think my goal is near. Expect my return soon. She surely is ambitious to choose such a risky path. So apparently, there's a feature, perhaps, in adventuring where even if your adventurer becomes wounded, they get healed instantly, apparently. Either way, I'd still rather take this 64% chance of +2 progress option. I don't think I'm going to make it in time for this battle, honestly. Oh. Oh my god, we've won the Crusades! Oh my gosh! We did it, gang! We did it! If that's the case, there's no need to cautious. Well, that's... yeah, my thoughts exactly. Oh my god. We've done it. I never thought it would happen. Okay, firstly, I'm so glad I can click this to spend all button and get money. Secondly, victory! Oh my god, we have 1,000 gold now as well. We won the war led by Pope Hadrianus against Samir Aglavid, who has now got nothing. He's got no territory whatsoever. Ilueth, my daughter, is now the Queen of Egypt. She's too far away for me to interact with, which isn't great news, but that's probably fine. I earned 771 for my participation. Oof. That's probably still a lot less than I spent overall. but really worth it. Wow. So be it. Victorious Crusade! St. George has granted Queen Alueth victory in the Crusade for Egypt, after defeating Samir and his heathen warriors on several occasions, and losing to them on many, many more occasions. Our warriors forced the enemies of the faith to admit their defeat. With the occupied lands firmly under the leadership of a pious Catholic ruler, the witch, we can rest assured that the divine will of St. George has been enacted. This is a glorious day for all true followers of the cross. St. George is with us. Oh my god, we did it. And we actually took way more territory, because it seems like we took the whole of the Kingdom of Egypt, not just like the bit that is de jure Egypt. Which is marvellous news, honestly. Few knights. Let's click that button to fix the knight problem. Prisoners. Sell them. For all that money that we need. Succession is still looking janky, that's fine. Right, we finished building here. So let's build even better. Gloucester. We finished building here. So let's build even better. We also took Jerusalem. Exactly. The Pope was originally just like, oh, I just want to take Jerusalem. And I was like, nah, we'll have Egypt. It's closer and it's better. And it turns out we got Jerusalem as well into the bargain. This is why you should always let witches make your decisions for you, Pope Hadrianus. Were you even the Pope when this crusade started? Yes, you were, just about. I will say, also, Ingeborg said in her letter, quote, expect my return soon. But we are not very far through this inspiration project, so I will not expect her return soon. Oh boy, England is fighting a tyranny war, has an internal ally, has not that many troops. I could jump straight into a war with England, which would be quite funny. Do I have any good claims? I could claim that bit of Wales that I've been after for ages. It would be nice to have all of Wales. And also this random little bit of Wiltshire, apparently. And we have many allies and many troops. Okay. I know we've been at war for ages. And y'all were sick and tired of that. But how about some more war? But it's fine, because it's war that's much closer to home. A new kingdom. With the establishment of a proper Catholic queen in Egypt, the faithful can finally rest easy, knowing that St. George is smiling upon our good works. The fact that the new ruler of Egypt belongs to my dynasty is only further proof of our divine favour. So I could now go and play as Egypt, but no, we are here focusing on Wales and the matter of England, dang it. Now is not the time for messing around in Egypt. I mean, it never was. Right, England's probably gone off to siege some bits of their rebelling territory, which is fine by me. Gives me time to siege down these places. I've had enough of Egypt for now, time to invade England instead. Well, I mean, strictly speaking, we're reclaiming Wales more than invading England. That's how I like to spin it, anyway. Right, whoops, here's ours. Let's go up here. And honestly, we might be able to win this war without any actual battles if England's focus is on its civil war. I'm guessing we probably siege a little bit faster than they do. But actually, now that we've got money, we increase our... No, our mangonels are at max size. I'm assuming we don't have, like, trebuchets. We have onagers, which are worse than mangonels, that's fine. The good old, we aren't invading them, we are protecting our people from them. / reclaiming our land. I mean, I am the King of Wales. I've just called it something different. And they are invaders from ages ago. From like 500 years ago. But they are invaders. Unworthy peasant, Squiddle. His attention was caught by a criminal chained in the pillory. I could make him arrogant, we definitely don't want that. Compassionate is pretty good. Or callous. Callous is actually not kind of that bad, really, in a way. I'm gonna make him compassionate. Even though it costs me stress, because having an arrogant vassal is always a pain. You never get on well with them. You didn't realise a / would try a command strange. I can't see what the command that it reckons you tried was, BG. Oh, there's fighting there. How long's the... Oh, you're gonna siege that back much more quickly than I can siege down this place. That's fine. Okay, we may have to actually go and fight England. You're gonna take 16 days. I don't even think I can reach you in 16 days. No, I can't. That's annoying. Just type / down my message, but it doesn't show in chat for me. Oh, weird. Ah! Okay. Whittle, my second son, the one who's a compassionate coward, has had a disastrous mistreatment. As I near his chambers, I hear a horrifying scream. Barely human and full of pain, I burst into the room, only to find Gwiddle collapsed in a heap on the floor, covered in blood. The loathsome physician is standing in the corner of the room, anxiously wringing her hands. So I could put her to death, which will make her not like me. That's kind of chill. Oh, and make my rival will also not like me because they're family. Apparently, though, that's an act of tyranny. Or I can lock her up. I lose her as my physician, but I don't think I pay the cost for that, which is good. We all know the risks you are forgiven, or I just make her a chastised physician. I mean, honestly, like at this point, you're 52, you're not going to be a physician for too much longer. It might be worth putting you under lock and key. But also, is it such a bad thing if I lose a son or two? Let's put her under lock and key and try and find a new physician. Oh, and maybe a new antiquarian as well. Oh, let's go for physician first. Okay, not going to good ones for physician. You'd be an excellent antiquarian, so I'll appoint you. And I suppose I'll take the search for physician decision. See if we can call in a better physician. I can't believe you sieged that territory back. I'm so annoyed. I'm very cross, England. You weren't supposed to do that. Right, who have we got? Culfin is experienced, he has an excellent trait, he's very young. He's definitely worth that, I reckon. Or Carles is older, worse. Culfin. Congrats, you're my new physician. Let's also get you married to someone, so you can maybe have some good children. She's a little old for you. Ellen. We'll go with Ellen. Ellen has good stats. You can marry Ellen, I'm sure she's lovely. Okay. Let's see this place. Go down here. Inspiration. A change in direction. A traveller claiming to be employed under my beneficiary Ingeborg is brought before me, carrying a message from the adventurer. Fear not, my great lord, for she is in good health. I bring you news of the possibility to fund an even greater adventure. You see, Ingbjorg took a wrong turn somewhere and is now near Korgon. Where on earth is Korgon? That's so far away I don't even know where it is. Oh my god, what?! She was supposed to be in Eastern Europe! That's a hell of a wrong turn! I don't know how long she's been gone, but I'm not sure it's physically possible for her to have reached Korgon in this time. Ingbjorg's travelling companion unfolds a dirty map to show me where they ended up. She has enough funds to make it to Eastern Europe as planned. Oh my god, she hadn't even made it to Eastern Europe yet! When did they set off? I don't know if I can find out when she set off. Unfortunately. It's really sad. Oh gosh, sorry. She has enough funds to make it to Eastern Europe as planned, but suggests that with some additional funding she could chase up on a local rumour and bring home a great artifact. I could give her more money, and she's likely to produce an artifact of higher quality, but it'll be a Mongol artifact instead of an Eastern European one. Life is an adventure, go exploring. I don't know how you managed to get there, and still have enough funds to get to Eastern Europe. I don't know how. Oh my god, that's... oh, that's spectacular. Marvellous. It took Marco Polo about 4 years to reach China from Italy, or possibly to reach Chin from Italy. This random countess lady has arrived to pay homage to me. That's nice. Serve me well. Oh, glorious. Truly glorious. Oh, I can hold my court again. Let's go do this. Speak to people. Come forth, peasants. Ah, Countess Ellen, who just came to pay homage to me. She boldly steps forward, and without providing any context, proceeds in hushed tones. I can persuade the malcontents to back down if you agree to address our contractual burdens. Though rumoured to be a fulcrum for traitorous desires of greater autonomy in the Logres, surely this is a charge Ellen would never publicly admit to. So is she in a faction? Countess Ellen. Yes, you're in a faction. So I could spend court grandeur and gain stress to reduce the taxes of the Liberty faction and then disband it. Or I could say, so you are plotting against me, seize her. I put her in prison, which is apparently an act of tyranny, which is a shame. Because otherwise I definitely do it. And the other Liberty faction member will get minus 20 opinion, and I'll get a little bit of dread. I could say, come Ellen, forget the others, which is a chance of convincing her to disband the faction. Oh, but I would give her the Earldom of Derby, which is my title. Definitely not. Or I can diplomacy challenge her, which is fairly okay. Or you play a dangerous game. I'm going to go for the diplomacy challenge. As much as I want to throw her in prison, I'll go for the diplomacy challenge. She's outraged. The faction has gained 10 discontent, which isn't going to be too much of a problem. Apologies for that brief interlude. I am back. Yeah, I'm not too fussed about them having discontent because it's already sort of dropping because they're way too weak to challenge me. Next petitioner, my vassal, Earl Eliseth, approaches the throne with a middle-aged man in tow. My liege king, he spouts, my cousin Idwal Sizel seeks the honour of serving in a retinue of knights. Give him the opportunity to prove his quality. Pulling me aside, Eliseth says, he's not renowned with the blade, but his enthusiasm should fill the breach. Oh, we've had this one before, where there's someone who's only a mediocre knight. Although this guy has decent martial and is a military engineer, which is a really helpful trait. So I think I'm probably going to keep him. I could say an armoured mule will be more useful. No, I'm going to keep you. You're not going to stay as a knight. Because the trick is, it puts you on the force position, so I'm just going to have you allowed to be a knight. But I might make you a commander. I might even make you commander of this army, to be honest, because you're probably my best siege guy. Oh, you're not my best siege guy, this guy's my best siege guy. Still, it's good to have siege guys around. Actually, where is that guy? Goodwell. Oh, you're already married. Never mind. Dress me, dress me. Before the court is underway, I feel like the court's been underway for a while at this point, but okay. My chancellor pulls me aside. To my surprise, he's brandishing a garish cap. My lord, there will be so many attending your court. I know you are somewhat challenged in remembering every face and from whence it hails. I propose a solution. We require all at the courts to wear dress, which includes local style recognisable to all. He foists a fan at me. For those without clear regional fashions, I've taken the liberty of hiring a tailor who can suggest some new traditional garb for them to wear. So basically I can have like all my Welsh subjects dress up like stereotypical Welsh people, and all my like Cornish subjects dress up like Cornish people, and I honestly don't know how any of these people dress differently to any other person in medieval England. So I can say I never forget a face, and possibly gain grandeur and lifestyle experience, but possibly get confused with my guests. Do they look at all similar? No. None of them look similar to any of the others, and one of them is like a child. Or I'm certain my guests will wear such raiment proudly, so I could get my vassals to have striking traditional garb, which gives them +1 diplomacy, or maybe they'll dislike me and gain discontent, and they'll get striking, quote, traditional, quote, garb, which gives them -1 diplomacy, or, to get my guests, have the tailor design me an exquisite outfit. I spend lots of money to gain some stuff, but I get a lot of artifacts. Like a lot of artifacts, blimey. I don't know how good these artifacts are, and I probably can't wear all of them. But I sort of want them, so I shall have them. That's a fairly cheap way to get artifacts. Oh, my royal court is now at court grandeur level 8 apparently, from all that grandeur that I got. That'll decay over time, but still. My business here is done. Right, let's have a look at all these new artifacts I've got, I guess. Are these inventory artifacts? I assume they are. Okay. This is a trinket that gives me diplomacy. And I can't see any others. Oh, maybe it was a choice between those artifacts. I don't get all of them. Maybe I misread that. Actually. That's okay. We are strikingly close to a grandeur baseline of level 7. Honestly. To the point where actually we just increase expenditure by 0.3 a month, 0.4 a month. Wasn't it around the 1 and 5 to the side of artifact yet? Maybe. I'm bad at reading, apparently. I'm gonna increase this, so I'm up at court grandeur level 7. Although I am already the most grand court in the whole world. It beating out even the Byzantines. But I quite like the idea of having plus imprison chance and plus men-at-arms counter efficiency. So I'm gonna improve my lodgings. I'm losing money, but that's because I got my army raised. It won't be that big of a deal when I don't have my army raised. Yeah, my armies are costing 30, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Let's go check out the Byzantines. How's your court doing, guys? Royal Court of the Byzantines. Oh, I like the decor. You've interestingly not got any banners that I can see up. Oh no, you do, I just couldn't mouse over them. You've got a Ducas House banner. You've got the Crown of Justinian. You've got someone's goblet. Another crown. The Image of Edessa. That's nice. And you've got a Herbarium, which is a book. And a Greek chest. An Ivit's chest. To go with Christine's chest. Yeah, it's a lovely court. Do you have any that aren't on display? You have the Pentaperigion. Pentaperigion. It's okay. Oh. I'm surprised you don't have more, like, fancy items, like unique items. Although, actually, maybe your crowns are unique items? The Crown Justinian might be, actually. See, Renown, Domain Limit, Vassal Limit, and Court Grandeur bonus. That's fairly solid. Anyway, we're fighting England. Getting distracted, but we're fighting England. I wonder what the fastest way to the capital is, because once I've taken this, I want to take Wiltshire, and then... Well, actually, he might come to me. Or maybe he's going down here. They're like, oh, we'll just sneakily siege Wiltshire. Nope, 4,000 men coming towards us. Inspiration, bandits on the road. My liege, the adventurer Ingeborg sends word. For 10 days and 10 nights, me and my party have been hiding, surely. Bandit Lord Uzzah has set a blockade on the road we must travel. What do you advise? Caution, or should we fight them, trusting God to keep us safe? Signed, Ingeborg. It seems he's in quite a predicament. So I can say, lay low, and she's fairly likely to gain some decent progress. Or she might become wounded, which we don't want. Or I could say, no guts, no glory, make them pay for wasting my time. Which has a 0% chance of her being killed, so that's okay. Or a really strong chance. How much prowess do you have? You don't have that much prowess. This guy just has no prowess, so he's a really bad bandit lord. Oh my god, 32% chance Ingeborg boils and cleans Uzzah's skull and sends it to you for use as a court artifact. I think I want this choice, to be honest. Or I could just bribe him. No! Send me his skull! This is what happens if you're a really bad bandit, is your skull ends up on display in Wales. Giving me plus dread, plus court grandeur. Oh, I actually didn't need that expenditure then, because now I'm above what I needed for level 7. But I can't change it for another year. That doesn't look like a skull. It doesn't look like a skull, but I can understand that they don't necessarily want to have an individual new art asset for every possible bone in the human body, of which my understanding is there are quite a few. I've not counted them, but I understand that people have. Right, sieges controlled, stewardship perks available. Oh yeah, I'm still doing this, aren't I? Ergeld, and let's actually go on to development focus. That looked like a femur. Yeah. What does it look like actually on display? Can I see it? Oh, it looks like a skull in the 3D model. Can I get a good view on this skull? There we go, look, that's definitely a skull. Who's standing next to the skull? We've got these 3 children, they're all standing near the skull. Marvellous. Exactly where you'd want them to be. Right, okay, let's siege Wiltshire back. then probably Berkshire, Buckingham, and Middlesex, in that order. One of the other things I do wish is that I wish there was a way of sort of knowing, because counties are of different value. Nope, I didn't want that. Counties are of different value. I wish there was a way of knowing in advance what the value of a county was going to be towards the war score. Oh, apparently my army is starving. That's good news. England can support a lot of troops, but not quite that many lot of troops. Okay, fine. After I've sieged this place down, I'll split you all up and you can heal up a bit. Trust in me. Ina has been asking me for a wooden sword for some time. I told him I would get him one in 3 months if he displayed more focus. Ever since I made the promise, he's been redoubling the effort. You can be trusting. We like trusting. The step and saddle gallop through my heart. I've been riding for months on end. My rear shall never recover. I've acquired quite the taste for fermented mare's milk and nights beneath the open sky. With this courier, I send a carved tip of a Morin cur, the decorative horse head placed atop instruments. Perhaps you have a use for it. So I've gained another artifact that isn't even the one that this inspiration is about. What does it do? It gives me heavy cavalry toughness. Well, I don't have any heavy cavalry. So that's... I'm glad that you sent me that. It's real nice. It genuinely is. Oh dear. Some people have been captured during the siege of Jerusalem. God damn it, Iluith. What are you doing? Oh my god! Iluith has decided to make herself the Queen of Jerusalem as her primary title. Which I suppose fair enough, you had all of it. Nice, but you are now... Oh my god, you're losing a tyranny war. You tried to depose someone and it's not going well for you. Oh dear. I didn't even think you should have had any Muslim vassals. I thought in the Great Holy War all of your Muslim vassals got replaced. It's not the end of the world, because it's still going to be one of my guys who inherits when you get deposed. But it's not the best news ever. Senena has come of age. She has now got a decent intrigue education, which is nice. Most importantly, she's highly aware of the political implications of her wants. And she can get married to this guy, the son of King Henry. This guy's now on my court, so that's nice. He's got a scholarly courtier trait, which is okay. I'm assuming you're not likely to inherit anything, are you? No, you're pretty far down the... Oh, you might inherit something. Yeah, you are actually in line for a couple of counties. That's pretty nice. I'm happy with that. Bump. Inspiration. Pontic Whispers. I receive a missive from my adventure with words embellished so I can see her in the theatre of my mind. I've delved into a kurgan, an ancient burial mound from the age of the Scythians. Hundreds of long-perished horses, I would be worried if they weren't, stuffed, preserved, and staked to the walls to stand upright, each with their own room. It was a stable for the damned lost to time. I have one of those in Minecraft. Knowing of my duty to seek knowledge for our realm, I considered stealing a relic from the tomb, when my guide was not watching, to bring to you. You can probably imagine what I did next. So I can decide, did she get me a Scythian panther figurine, and make me a tomb robber, which gives me different fate opinion, which who cares? Or did she bring me a saddle from Kurgan, which gives me martial lifestyle experience and makes me a tomb robber? Or did she not dare to disturb the dead? What does the panther figurine do? Court grandeur bonus. Or martial lifestyle experience. I want this. think. Yes, I want one of the horse's saddles for our study. I don't care if other faiths don't like me, because hell, they already don't like me for being of a different faith. So what does it matter? Oh, I've got prisoners. Right, you desperately need to be split up. You actually need to be split up even more than that. Okay. Right, so you can stop starving now in England. Betrayal fulfilled, that's marvellous news. Ransoms, money, wherever this goes. I think I'm now ransoming off people from my, from the Crusade. I guess someone has come into some money. I'll sell those off, wait for our stuff to go up. Ticking war scores in my favour anyway, so it doesn't really matter if we spend a while. Might wait for 2 rounds to go, just so we definitely have enough supply. Oh, annoyingly, I don't think we can actually get to Buckingham without going through here, so I might go to Surrey instead. Wait till you're up to 80. There we go, 80. Right, everyone march on Surrey. Oh, look, there's the English stack. Just sort of standing around thinking, they're too strong for me. Oh my god, I've got 12,000 soldiers now. Jesus, when did that happen? Well, this is actually quite a long siege for me. Growing strong. Ah, Sion is no longer sickly. Amazingly, I've managed to lose none of my children to any of the various medical maladies that have befallen. In a way, that's almost a disappointment. Not to get too Stardust on us. This is my knight and rival. He's still kicking around. Oh yeah, I've imprisoned his wife now as well, which he doesn't like. Lol. We also almost have enough prestige to do some serious fiddling with Arthurian culture, which might be nice. And we may get prestige from winning the war, I can't remember. I can also ask my head of faith for gold. Marvellous. And shall we go attack these guys? Let's go attack these guys. Thank you for the money. Your pokeliness. Oh, we've missed. I will build a royal mess. He's just going to go siege down some of his rebelling people, that's fine by me. With this siege I should have finished. Yep, 30 days. How is your capital harder to siege than Chertsey? Also, stop sieging back the places that I had. Army of Oxford. That's not nice. Right, we've won. Oh my god, I seized his dynasty banner by sieging down his capital. Oh yes. Oh yes. Wales is ours. Also this round a little bit of Wiltshire is ours as well. And I looted that artifact from the king. Oh, he's gonna be so mad! Oh, I don't even have anywhere to put it. Godwin Dynasty banner would give me +4 court grandeur instead of this. I think these are probably worth it, even though they're tiny amounts of renown. Oh, they are tiny amounts of renown, though, aren't they? Okay, I'm going to display the Godwin Dynasty banner for bonus court grandeur. We're now nearly at grandeur level, base grandeur level 8, which is marvellous. We've stolen England's... we've stolen England's banner, which is just the best thing that I could possibly have hoped for. You are paying me next to nothing, if anything. It's a good job I got a hook on you, really. Who's this guy? You want the vassal? I don't care at the moment. Ho 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 ho. Oh, England. No good allies for you. All of your territory for me. Resorting to England's tactics, are we? I mean, what is this as England's tactics? Like, they came and conquered us, we're just fighting back. Now, Somerset. This guy here was a noted not Catholic, noted Saxon slayer, stealing artifacts from other countries. Oh, well, that's fine. I mean, we are Britain still. We got to do something. This guy, I feel like this guy could be our Arthur dynasty, to be honest. To the point where I'm tempted. How much would it cost to set up an elective succession system? Because the thing is, I don't want to be the ruler of the Britain Empire. I want, I'm a Merwin. Our job is to advise the rulers of the Britons, not to be rulers of the Britons. So I'm sort of tempted to wonder how viable it would be to set up. Drop down a save. How viable would it be to set up an elective law? Saxon elective costs 1500 prestige, which is pretty strong. The ruler and all direct adult de jure vassals of 1 or 2 ranks below the title can nominate a title heir from the most powerful vassal among them, as well as the ruler's legitimate children and other claimants. Or Scandinavian electives can nominate a title heir among the ruler's extended family and any available claimants. Voting power in the succession was influenced by the elective's total domain development and capital popular opinion. Or Tanistry elective can nominate a title heir from among the members of the ruler's dynasty. Vassals would tend to favour older, distant relatives over close family. So, Saxon elective. Enjoy the rest of my stream. Thank you. Thank you so much for showing up, Big Bird BG. It always means the world to me. It's always also nice to have people active in chat, not just lurking as well. I hope you've enjoyed so far. Enjoy whatever it is you're going to do for the rest of your day. Now the question is, how would I then make Somerset the most powerful vassal / otherwise give him a claim? So I can't just give you the kingdom. I could try and revoke titles from people. Who are my vassals? Are any of them Saxons? No, but I have a couple of people in prison. Welsh, Arthurian, Welsh, Arthurian. All of my direct vassals are Arthurian. Hmm. I don't really want to request a claim, I want to gift you a claim. Because I want to vote for you. Maybe we'll just pay real close attention to the Mohammed dynasty. Make sure you kind of thrive and prosper where we can. I might start by seeing who my prisoners are, who are my vassals. Just go to vassals. You're the Countess of Warwickshire. Okay, it's time to revoke your title. Actually, I should do this anyway, because I've got loads of domain limits spare. I can also torture you. It's cost piety, though. I don't need the stress loss, so you can stay there for now. And I've got no county control in Warwickshire. Yeah, look out for the House of Mohammed. They're one to watch out for. In fact, I can pin you, can't I? Pin character. You need more county control. Yeah, marvelous. Okay, let's set time running again, now that we've eaten that bit of England that we wanted to eat. And get on with the running of the realm proper. How's grabbing that change succession? Oh, we're also going to grab Warwickshire when we succeed, that's nice. Oh, Warwickshire's pretty good looking, actually. Let's grab taxes up, probably. Seeing as we seem to have a ridiculous number of troops at the moment, anyway. Visions of the Divine. I beckon my Archbishop Cadog to join me in the circle of brass orbs and candles arranged on staves throughout the dark room. The incense cloying the air to ward off the bad vapours makes our eyes tear up in little time. This is how through the corner of our eye we'll spot the inscrutable form of angels. Cadog soon takes pause. It feels wrong. These divine beings not meant for mortal eyes to see. So I can try and convince him I'm a good guy, which will almost definitely fail. Or I can gain just a little bit of lifestyle experience. Or I can be impious. I think this is a fool's errand, and we'll gain just the tiniest bit of experience. Probably better. Senina Merlin, Baduin Capet and 4 others gained the trait Warlock Courtier. That's marvellous. This has payment on me. I have a hook on him. Marvellous. And my inspiration's ticking closer to being done. He's going to the step. Can I see where she is? I can exactly see where she is. She's here in Oigan. Aviaries have been constructed in Gloucestershire. Oh yes, we build things very quick, don't we? And fairly cheaply for what they are as well. Judith Merlin needs a guardian. Do I have wards? I've got 2 wards at the moment. What are you studying, Judith? You're studying stewardship. Ulrika shall be your guardian. A keen eye. Griddle seems to enjoy our latest feast immensely. He can be greedy. Greedy's okay, it gives him more income. Gregarious is a wonderful trait, but I don't need him to have it. Or I can test. You can be greedy, that's okay. It's not great, but you can keep it. There aren't many good personality traits out there, sadly. And even fewer worth spending stress on to give to your, like, second and third children. Okay, what I really want next is this bit of Cornwall. Go back down to level 7, that's chill. It was always going to be the case. We're making so much money. Slipping away. Oh, we can... No, we're on development. Wow. We're doing really well. Inia has been having a difficult time to light his feast. He snuck out early and was not seen for the entire rest of the evening. He can be impatient, which makes him bad opinion of liege, or shy. Or gluttonous. You shall be shy, rather than patient, because I don't want that opinion of liege penalty. Barbara has died, apparently. It's a shame. Whoever these people were. In an ideal world, we'd have a united Britannia that would have the Kingdom of Wales, which will have swallowed up Mercia, and a Kingdom of Cornwall, and the Kingdom of England that will be smaller for having lost. So we want the big version of the Kingdom of Cornwall, which includes Wiltshire and Wessex, so this Kingdom of Cornwall. And then England can kind of keep this random half, although I'd love to have a separate kingdom up here as well. Hunting Towers in Gloucester. Because England, the problem with England is it's too big. Really. It's just too big. It makes it difficult to manage, and it means that if you're an emperor... Oh god, he had internal injuries. Jesus. Oh, he was my good chancellor. Dang it. Okay, so you... Can I make you chancellor? And then you can be a fantastic steward for me. There we go. Acquaintance Tidy has died. Oh, how are the factions doing? That's just you. What else children do I have? You're too far away. You're already a witch. Oh god, why is there a seduce button there? You shall be a witch. Oh, my court tutor has died. That's okay. We'll get another one. In his old age, he had a good life. Oh my god, Colfin is an excellent court physician. Sorry, an excellent tutor. Marvellous. And he's really young, so he'll be an excellent tutor for ages. Oh, my sister died a leper. Oh god. I'm actually pretty stressed. Let's host... let's call a hunt. To decrease in stress. Oh, and Toulouse has died. Here's the new Toulouse. You're my sister-in-law. Be my ally, even though you're nowhere near as strong as you once were. Oh my god, this is my wife now. Oh, my wife is now a countess of her own, which is nice. Hidden ally. I'm in the middle of the nightly ritual in honor of the Horned God, when there's a sudden noise. Lady Efthdil Ferch Bionred of Penlyn. He's a witch. Marvellous. Well, my heir is in line to inherit some new titles, which is good, although that might end up being like down here somewhere, which is less good. Mayor Dill wants to show me a secret, but I'm gonna get that fox. I'm nearly at the stage. I think there's lots of culture things that unlock at 5,000, or take 5,000 to unlock. Inspiration realized. My lord. Oh, this is exciting. She's been away for ages. My beneficiary, Ingeborg, announces her arrival in a surprisingly loud voice. She proudly holds up a package securely wrapped in cloth. I return from the steppe with an artifact from my journey. I take the bulky bundle into my hands and loosen the cords before peeling layer after layer of fabric. Inside is an artifact unlike anything I've seen before. Ingeborg smiles proudly. A common-looking branch of great religious value. It is voiced to come from nothing less than the Tree of Life. Blimey. So at the moment, this does very little for me because I'm not of a step faith. In fact, all it does really is give me court grandeur. I'm not super duper certain that was worth it, but it is magnificent, and it's called Branch of the Tree of Life, so that's pretty dang great. And she has gained the trait Adventurer, which is marvellous. Can you be appointed as, now that you've had a thing, an inspiration? I've got a poet in my court somewhere. Can you be an artificer? Ingeborg, please be my artificer, just in case you end up having another inspiration, because that would be great. Do I want a poet? Court poets can become inspired. Ellen would be a good poet. Ellen, be my poet. Marvellous news. Let's also have a look at, while we're looking at my court, let's see what courtiers I have who could do with getting married. You've lost a spouse. That's okay. We'll get you a new one. Summer skills. Adelgiza. Fluff, you're married. Yarpulf. Ulrika. Oh, you need a spouse. Hello. Let's get in a new knight. From you, Ulrika. Olga. Kadin. Olga. Or Anund. 17, they're both 17. Let's grab the one who's a year younger than Olga. Prince Bedouin is here. This guy is here. Although you are likely to leave, apparently. You're married to Milanera. Just in case you stay. Stein needs a spouse. Ilva's not too old. Annabellum, my son. Abgilla. This kid is only 9. Oh god, did I just get someone married? No, you're a knight, you're fine. You're all young. You've got a spouse. You're my daughter. You've got a spouse. Son poet. Son knight and rival, that's okay. You're too young. Sior, you've got a spouse. You've got a spouse and you're my daughter, that's okay. We've married off our single courtiers, which is marvellous. We have our allied with the new Toulouse, which is also marvellous, although again won't necessarily last for that long. Returning from the wild. We return home reinvigorated. I accept your marriage proposal. Okay, marvellous. Now I think it's time to have another look at some culture stuff. In fact, actually, now it's an excellent time for us to say goodbye for there, I think, and we can start off next time by spending some of our ridiculous amount of prestige to try and improve the Arthurian culture further. If you have enjoyed watching, then please do consider dropping me a follow on Twitch, where I'm at disfordemise_. If you're watching along on YouTube, then do consider please liking the video and possibly subscribing if you've really enjoyed. All of these things help small creators like me. And you can also follow me on Twitter at disfordemise. Sorry, YouTube, I'm just at Dis for Demise. I'm also at Dis for Demise on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter to find out every time that I go live, which is most days starting at around about 10:30 to 11 o'clock British time. I won't be streaming next weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because I'm off at a folk festival. But I will probably be streaming every or most day between now and then. And I play Crusader Kings 3, I play some Minecraft, I play a lot of mystery and puzzle type games as well. And I play Call of the Wild. Those are all the things I've done on stream thus far. All that remains for me to say now is to say thank you very much for watching, and I hope that I will see all of you again next time.